Next up is a product to attract the right kind of visitors.
Hey Sharks, I'm Susan Vandergrift from Dunlap, Tennessee, and I'm here seeking $150,000 for a 10% stake in my company. Shh, listen. Sharks, did you hear that? Did you know that hearing birdsong every day can actually improve your mental health? Birdwatching isn't just a hobby, it's a happiness booster. But bringing birds to your backyard with a feeder, not as easy as it sounds. Those off-the-shelf mixes are packed with generic seeds that may not attract the birds that you're hoping to see. Bird species vary from place to place, and each have their own unique taste. What works for Barbara's birds in New York City isn't going to fly with my birds down in Tennessee because their favorite foods just aren't the same. And that's why I created Happy Birdwatcher, premium, all-natural birdseed blends tailored for the birds found in your area right now. You can simply go to our website and answer a few questions about your bird feeder type and the birds that you want to see. And we'll use bird sighting data for your zip code to curate a premium blend of seeds just for you. It is bespoke bird seed delivered to your door in eco-friendly, plastic-free packaging. So Sharks, who's ready to bring more birds to the yard and cash in on nature's happiness currency with Happy Birdwatcher?
Good job.
Good stuff. We are back. I am your host, Dave, senior intellectual property attorney, and doing everything from patents, trademarks, trade secrets, and copyrights. And it's always interesting because as they're kind of doing this pitch, I don't watch these pitches ahead of time. So I'm kind of thinking in real time about the IP as they're kind of giving their original pitch. And I think I have some good comments for that. So again, some housekeeping items. Please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit the subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. It's been a while since the last time Shark Tank dropped the episode. Episode 11, I think, came out maybe 3 weeks ago, and episode 12 now. And I'm kind of glad to be back in a seat here and kind of give you guys my thoughts from an intellectual property attorney's perspective who's been doing this 14 years. Now, some of the things that I look for, the 3 things plus the bonus, is how simple is it? How effective is it? What's the market like? And then the 4th bonus one is kind of, are they protecting the intellectual property that's kind of surrounding the product? And again, I actually just did an interview yesterday with Mike Odell from Legit Kits, which was, again, another Shark Tank product that came out, I think, earlier in season 16. And his is a niche product. So the main product is quilting, or they're kind of essentially dealing with a quilting company, which again is a niche thing. Then a type of quilting makes it even more niche. He's still making over $1 million, profiting over $100,000 a year. So I'm saying all that to say that when you think of bird watchers or bird feeders and things like that, definitely seems like a niche thing, especially here in Michigan and Midwest. A lot of places throughout the country, you don't have too many birds here in the wintertime or whatever the case may be. You get them more so in the spring and the summertime. So for me here in Michigan, it'll be more of a niche thing, and as well as for a lot of other states. But so the product ultimately, I think, in my opinion, just kind of doing some initial thoughts, is probably a niche product, but it can still make a ton of money doing that. I love what you said about kind of the song or birds chirping or whatever the case may be, especially in the morning time, kind of giving you some type of morale boost. I would agree with that. From an IP perspective, also kind of going back here, I do think it's a simple product, and we'll get off into the IP later, but I like the fact that they have this thing that kind of curates what type of food you need based on all these different factors. So it seems like it's kind of simple for the end user. The effectiveness, we'll see. We have to kind of look at the sales or the reviews of it to kind of get an idea. And I would imagine with a $1.5 million valuation, she has some sales. So the effectiveness will be answered as we kind of go through this pitch here. And then a market. I do think it's a market for it. Like I said, maybe a little bit of a niche market, but I do think she still can make some money with the niche market. And then an intellectual property. So when she was doing her pitch, I was doing a trademark search for the Happy Birdwatcher, I think it was, which she does have a trademark on it. So kudos to her for having a trademark. Now, I'll be interested on whether or not she has a trade secret for the actual kind of formula of the actual bird food. It seems like it's kind of giving you something different. So that'd be interesting on whether or not she has a trade secret. I'm not sure if that will come up, but to the extent that it's possible based on the uniqueness of the formula, the proprietariness of the formula, I would definitely look to, maybe try to think about that from a trade secret standpoint. And then I think even the whole, I'm not sure if it's an app or whatever the case may be, but this thing of curating the type of bird food that you need in your particular region based on, again, bird sightings and things like that. I do think that app or that kind of system and process can be potentially patentable. So she has a lot of different things going on here. Definitely the trademark on the Happy Bird Watcher. We'll see if Lori or one of the other sharks asks about the patents. I know Lori is typically the one asking about patents for the actual app, to the extent that she has that protected. And then the trade secret, which I'm pretty sure that won't come up, but to the extent that the formula is unique and adds something to the birds that makes them want to keep coming back, again, that's something that she can get protected as well. I'll tell you what, man, I have a bird feeder. I actually haven't filled it up in some years, but one of the things I can tell you from my bird feeder, I'm not necessarily kind of worried about the birds coming back. I'm trying to keep the squirrels and the other animals that shouldn't be eating the food kind of out of the bird feeder. So I'm not sure if this kind of helps out with that, but we will find out here in a second. Let's get back to it and see if she gets a deal. Let's go.
Thank you.
You know, it's very appealing to think that you could bring the bird that you like to you by the type of food you put out.
Yes, and that's what we're doing that other birdseed companies aren't doing. We use bird sighting data. That's how we know what birds are in your zip code to actually curate a custom blend just for you.
Susan, tell us about the business. What do you sell them for, and then your overall business?
Yeah, sure. This is our most popular. It's our Simply Seeds Happy Seed Box. So you get a 10-pound bag of seed curated for you and your zip code and the birds you want to see, along with a specialty mix. For this, we charge $49 is full price. To make this is $26.79. We make about $22 at full price.
Because it takes a lot of time to customize it, right?
Per unit. That is calculating in our labor costs. Now, I will say that with more capital and with an investment, I feel that I can lower our COGS by probably $3 to $4.
I'm curious. I see you have kind of premium goods in here.
Yes.
These are sunflower seeds. These are peanuts.
Yes.
So the big thing to me in your sell is 100% that I'm going to attract a certain bird.
Yes.
That to me is why your product is great. It's because I want to see a special bird that maybe I never catch.
Right, and every bag is made to order and customized.
That's why your cost of goods are high.
You have to tell that story because this is not about bird health. It's not like you're feeding your dog better food.
Sure, right.
You don't give a about the bird. You just want to see it.
We help people attract more birds and feel happier.
Look, what are your sales?
Lifetime sales are $459,000.
All right.
We launched in 2021, and that year we only did $9,000. In 2022, we did $109,000 in sales. 2023, we did $189,000. Year to date, we've done $152 this year, but we project we're going to end the year around $360.
You gonna make any money on that?
We will not be profitable this year.
Did you watch the Home Viewer episode of Shark Tank?
Yes, I do. Yes, I know
So
about
you
Home Viewer.
know that I love birds. I'm struggling a lot with your ability to scale this up. Your cost of production is $26.79, and you're selling to consumers at $49. Even if you sell more, you're never gonna make money because it's too little margin for all of the costs to run your business. If a shark came on board, how would you make sure that you're actually gonna be able to sustainably build this business?
Yes. So wild bird food is a $4 billion industry. 57 million homes in the U.S. have at least one bird feeder. We haven't even begun to scratch the surface.
How are you going to get there?
Of the market. With more capital. And honestly, I'm here for money, but I'm here for a mentor. I want to learn from the best. I'm a quick learner, and I will do what I need to do to make Happy Birdwatcher my legacy.
Susan, I believe that you are the premier bird seed woman in America. I buy that, okay? I mean, I'm really intrigued because this is unique. We haven't quite had anything like this on Shark Tank. What I don't like is your business model because no matter how you scale here, you're not profitable. Look, it's not for me, Susan. I wish you the best of luck. I'm out.
Susan, along the same lines, you're a service business pretending to be a product business. And that's your problem, right? Your high touch service is what separates you, but you don't charge for it, which reduces your margin and makes it very hard for you to be profitable. You need to separate those two things and make it, if you want me to customize it and tell you about your area for an extra $10, I will customize what we'll do for you. And it also allows you to develop a little better relationship with your customer. And so to me, that's where you have to get, right? So you're not there yet. So for those reasons, I'm out, but you have a really good chance once you figure that out.
Thank you. That's
Hey, and I love what Mark said there. He's giving her some advice. Even if you don't get a deal on these Shark Tank episodes, the advice that the Sharks are giving you can be life-changing. So he's saying, look it. And I talked about it earlier in terms of, I'm not sure if it's an app. She didn't really talk about the app part of it. And as maybe Kevin mentioned, hey, if you want to see a red robin or a blue jay based on kind of those birds being in your area, then you need to kind of get this particular food to have that come. And kind of that's what the user's really buying into as far as kind of selling that point of it. But what Mark is saying is, hey, you're selling bird food and this unique proprietary bird food, which may be a trade secret, maybe not according to me, but that's not kind of how you're going to, I mean, that's cool and all, but you have this service as well, which I kind of talked about it being an app or whatever the case may be earlier. And maybe that's protectable via a patent. Maybe you can get a copyright on it, whatever the case may be. Maybe you keep it as a trade secret. And again, number one, you're collecting data, which is a great thing. And that's valuable in and of itself to collect the data. But number two, being able to charge for that service of saying, hey, this is the type of food that you need to not withdraw, but to get the particular bird that you're looking for to come to your house, to come to your bird feeder. And right now, you're just allowing them to go into the service, use the service for free, and then you're charging them for the actual food. And it's like, no, charge them for the food, but separate the service of them being able to understand what type of food they need based on these different conditions and charge them for that as well. So I love what Mark is saying, and that's an additional revenue stream. And again, I think that additional revenue stream will be made in part by having IP, whether it's copyright, whether it's trade secrets, whether it's patents on that actual service or that actual app. So love everything that Mark said. Let's see what she thinks about it. And seems like you have two out so far, Mr. Wonderful and Mark. Let's see if Lori or one of the other sharks. Seems like Daniel likes birds. Who knew that? But let's see if one of the other sharks kind of get down with them. Let's go. Let me bring it up here. Let's go.
excellent feedback.
Susan,
Thank you.
I look at it as it's a niche product in a niche market. It's not the right business for me. I'm so sorry. I'm out, but I wish you good luck. And I will definitely gift this because I think it's so smart and so good.
Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that.
Well, you're going to add a lot of joy to my terrace in New York City. I'll be your subscriber. But I just don't see this business as being investable. So I'm out.
Thank you.
You still have Daniel, who's involved in birds.
Can I just say,
And seeds.
And seeds.
everything that you've done with Kind is such an inspiration to me. And it's just an honor to be standing here.
Thank you, Susan. You still have a lot to sort out because you have to figure out your business model and your cost structure, lower your costs, increase your prices if the market can bear it. But I think you have something very strong here. The truth is, you've already won because a lot of people don't understand that the journey that we're all on is much more important than the destination. Yep. Entrepreneurs are on a journey. We're here to create, to discover. Every moment matters, and the magic of the birds helps you bring so much happiness and light to so many people. I think you're going to be very successful financially, but until you have that base figured out, it would be unfair to come as an investor, and for those reasons, I'm out.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck, Susan.
Thank you all very much.
Good luck.
We're going to listen to birds from now on.
Good job today.
Thank you.
I was really hoping to get a deal with Daniel because I know he's a bird lover and he's invested into other bird companies. But I heard the feedback that the Sharks gave that not quite investable yet. So this whole experience has just been fantastic. So wouldn't trade it for anything.
No, and again, kudos to her for getting up there, kind of providing information for her product and kind of looking for a deal. I think they gave her great feedback, particularly Mark. I think if she kind of takes that and kind of makes some changes, can add an additional revenue stream. But again, as Lori talked about, you have maybe more of a niche product. And like I said, I interview legit kits who actually maybe did a deal or at least a handshake on Shark Tank with Mr. Wonderful, but that not ended up going through, but he's still making over $1 million a year in revenue and taking home over 6 figures in profit with his niche of a niche business. So just because you have a niche of a niche business, that doesn't mean that you are not going to be make money or be successful. Now you may not make tens of millions of dollars, but you can still make a lot of money and have a very good life. And I think, like I said, she's maybe on that path to doing that. So hopefully, kind of things work out from that perspective. It was something else that I was going to say. Yeah, and again, sometimes some businesses are just maybe like they talked about whether it's investable at one period or not the other period. Sometimes you don't always need an investor. You can kind of slow roll it your way up into continued growth year after year. And again, you've been looked up, and now you're still on 100% of something that's kind of doing $3-4 million a year, and you're taking home $300,000-400,000 a year. So again, just because the sharks don't invest, that doesn't necessarily mean, again, obviously that doesn't mean that you don't have a good product. But some businesses, I don't think that you should look to get investments for just because it probably doesn't need it for whatever reason. So those are at least my thoughts. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Kind of based on that, let's kind of pull up the website here really quickly and then kind of get you guys out of here on that note. So as I talked about the Happy Birdwatcher, this logo that you see here, it is a trademark on that. I will probably have an R in a circle just to let people know that it is a trademark on it. It's a registered trademark, I should say. And again, man, I actually like the actual product. As Mark talked about, separating the services from the actual product, that being a bird seeds, I think is going to be interesting, or something that she can kind of do to make money from it. And the website is actually pretty clean. So kudos to her for that. I'll probably try to reach out to her to see if she kind of come on the show and kind of tell her story, but kudos to her for going up there and kind of seeking out a deal. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Do you like the product? Do you not like the product? Did you like what the sharks were saying in feedback? Do you think it was some other things that maybe she can kind of implement to be even better? I would love to know all that in the comment section. Before getting you out of here, as I said earlier, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit the subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. Again, unfortunately, not every deal or every pitch gets a deal. And again, we're 2 for 3. The first couple did get deals. This one did not get it. We have one more to go. So we'll see if that one was able to land a deal. And kind of, hey, that'll be the end of episode 12. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Take care. Peace.